Hello friends, welcome to ActionScript video tutorials series. From the past few video tutorials, we are trying to understand tokens of ActionScript. In the previous video tutorials, we discussed comments, keywords. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss data types in ActionScript. You may be interested in developing an application, maybe a game or a simulation, or you may be interested in developing a banking application, college management system, traffic management system, etc. Any application you may be interested in developing. You will be coming across with different types of data. You need to store those data, process them, and get some information out of them. For example, if you are developing a game, then you need to keep track of player score, you need to keep track of player name, you need to keep track of is game over. If you are developing a banking application, then you need to keep track of account number, account holder name, account balance, etc. Here, player score equal to 10. In the beginning, the player score may be 0. Later, it becomes 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, etc. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 30, 40 are numbers, right? Hence, player score is a number type of data. Player name equal to Johnny. Here the player name is a string type of data because in ActionScript, sequence of characters enclosed in double quotations is called as string. Is game over equal to true is a Boolean type of data. Boolean type has only two values, true, false. As game over is set to true, it is a Boolean type of data. Account number and account balance are number type of data. Account holder name is Tony here. It's a string type of data because sequence of characters enclosed in double quotations is called as string in ActionScript. So you will be working with different types of data, process them, and get some information out of them. What actually the data type indicates? The name itself indicating data type means type of data, whether the data is of type number, of type string, or a Boolean type, or a image, or a video, etc. Data type indicates type of data. Data type also indicates the amount of memory to be allocated for specific type of data. For example, for the number type of data, system allocates 8 bytes of memory location. For a string type of data, it depends upon the number of characters present in that string. Each character takes 2 bytes of memory location. So, here Johnny has 5 characters. 5 into 2 equal to 10. Total 10 bytes of memory location will be allocated for this string. It depends upon the string. For example, if a string has 10 characters, 10 into 2 equal to 20 bytes of memory location will be allocated for a string containing 10 characters. For Boolean, it allocates 1 byte of memory location. So, data type indicates amount of memory to be allocated for specific type of data. It depends upon the type of data, okay? Also, data type indicates types of operations can be performed on specific type of data. What type of operations are valid on some data and invalid on some data? For example, I cannot multiply Johnny and Tony. I cannot divide Johnny by Tony. So, multiplication and division are invalid operations on string type of data, right? Whereas I can multiply 10 and 10, I can divide 10 by 10. So multiplication and division are valid operations on numbers. Similarly, I cannot convert 10 to an uppercase or lowercase, whereas I can convert a characters available in the string to uppercase or lowercase. So uppercase and lowercase operations are invalid on numbers, whereas they are valid on string type of data. So data type indicates type of operations can be performed on specific type of data. Hope you guys have clearly understood. There are two different types of data types in ActionScript. They are primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are basic data types. Non-primitive data types are derived data types. Non-primitive data types are also called as composite data types. Non-primitive data types are composed of primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are actually derived from the primitive data types. Non-primitive data types hold multiple values, hence they are called as complex data types. Whereas primitive data type hold only one actual value. Non-primitive data types are reference types. They hold the address of another memory location instead of the actual value. Whereas primitive data types hold the actual value, hence they are called as value types. Let's discuss primitive data types first. Primitive data types are basic data types. They are value types because they hold the actual value and they hold single value. That also you should remember. Number data type is a 8 bytes. Int data type is of 4 bytes. Uint is of 4 bytes. Uint means unsigned int. Number, int and uint, they indicate numbers. Int indicates positive and negative integers, that is whole numbers including 0. Whereas uint means unsigned int. Uint indicates only positive integers, that is whole numbers including 0. Whole numbers means numbers which don't have decimal point or floating point. For example, 222 is an example for int or uint. Similarly, 555 or 55, it is an example for integer, right? Whereas if you write 3.142, this is a floating point number or real number. Floating point numbers or real numbers can be stored in a variable which is of type number. Number indicates double precision floating point or real numbers. Numbers which contain floating point are called as floating point numbers or real numbers. They are not whole numbers. Okay. There are two different types of floating point numbers: single precision numbers and double precision numbers. Single precision numbers are going to have 7 digits after the decimal point. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maximum 7 digits. Whereas double precision floating point numbers can have 15 to 16 digits after the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 15 to 16 digits will be available in double precision floating point numbers. Double precision floating point numbers you can use for accurate calculations, for exact results. Okay, hope you understood the difference between single precision and double precision floating point numbers. Single precision floating point numbers have 7 to 8 digits after the decimal point, whereas double precision floating point numbers will be having 15 to 16 digits after the decimal point. So they allow you to get more accurate results while performing some calculations. Hope you understood the difference between number, int and uint. Number indicates double precision floating point or real numbers, whereas int indicates positive, negative integers. Integers means whole numbers. So whole numbers including 0. Uint indicates unsigned int, that means only positive integers including 0. Whereas string indicates textual data, sequence of characters enclosed in double quotations. Each character takes 2 bytes, and Boolean type has only 2 values, true and false. True means any positive number, false means 0. Boolean type indicates conditional result. A condition may be true or false. As I told, primitive types are value types. They hold the actual value. For example, player score equal to 10 means player score is going to hold the actual value 10. Whereas non-primitive types are derived types. They are complex types. They are made of primitive types. For example, array. It's a list of data values of any type. You can create list of numbers, list of strings, list of Boolean values, list of movie clips, list of images, list of sounds. So they are more complex. They are composite types, right? And they are reference types. Reference types means they don't hold the actual value. They hold the address of another memory location. They hold reference to another memory location. We discuss step by step. You understand the difference between value types and reference types in upcoming video tutorials. Okay. Here, non-primitive data types like array, date, movie clip, regular expression, sound, object. There are hundreds of non-primitive data types are there. Even we can create our own non-primitive types, complex types. They are called as user-defined data types. We discuss them later in upcoming video tutorials. Hope you guys have clearly understood what the data type indicates. Data type indicates type of data, amount of memory to be allocated for specific type of data, type of operations can be performed on specific type of data. Two types of data types we have, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive are basic types, non-primitive are derived, complex or composite types. Primitive are value types as they hold the value. Non-primitive are reference types as they hold the reference, address or pointer to another memory location. Number, int, uint, string and boolean are primitive data types. Number is of 8 bytes, int is of 4 bytes, unsigned int of 4 bytes. String depends upon the number of characters available in the string. Each character is taking 2 bytes and boolean takes 1 byte. We need to know this. We need to understand which type of variable we need to create. We need to think about the memory as well as we need to think about the data what we are processing. So for this video tutorial, this much is enough, friends. I hope you guys have clearly understood data types in ActionScript. In the next video tutorial, we get more information. For more benefits and be up to date, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like, comment and share these videos with others so that everyone will get benefited. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.